Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be working with quadrilaterals. So a quadrilateral, quad means four and lateral means side. So a quadrilateral is a four-sided figure or polygon. A polygon is an enclosed figure that has straight sides. So here are some specific types of quadrilaterals that we're going to be working with. So our first activity that we're going to do is we are going to go through and actually create some quadrilaterals. So it says form a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. So parallel means two sides that will never run into each other. So I'm going to go ahead and do a straight line. So there's a line and there's a line, and those two sides are parallel to each other. Notice if I were to continue, they would never intersect. And then I'm going to go ahead and just connect my two ends. Okay, so there's one quadrilateral that has a pair of parallel sides. It actually has two sets of parallel sides, but you only had to have one. So you could have also drawn something like this. Okay, take note that this side and this side are parallel to each other. Okay. Let me shift that out of the way. Okay, let's try another one. Form a quadrilateral with four congruent sides and four right angles. So four congruent sides means they're exactly the same length. So I'm going to go ahead and let's draw two, and two. So when I'm saying that it's two lengths long, three dots. So there's four congruent sides, and we created right angles right here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and try another one. Form a quadrilateral with four right angles that is not a square. So four right angles that's not a square. So I have to have right angles. So maybe like this, a rectangle. There's still four right angles, but it's not a square because we have two sides that are longer than the others. Whoops. Form a quadrilateral with four congruent sides that is not a square. So the sides have to be the same length, and it's not a square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually draw not a square. So I'm going to draw so there's one, and it has to be four congruent sides that's not a square. Okay, so I'm going to take and draw, I'm going to make a copy of this and move it down. Only I'm going to offset it. And then I'm going to take and turn these. This is hard. Let me draw it because my thing will extend. So there's the same length. So I'm going to actually take this and turn it and connect, but I'm doing a different angle. Oops. This is a lot easier on paper and pencil. And I'll make a copy of this one. Whoops. So there we've got four sides that are congruent, so they're all the same length, but I don't have right angles in there. Okay, so once again, you're just kind of working through the different concepts that they're giving you. We'll try one more. Form a quadrilateral, two pairs of congruent adjacent sides and whose opposite sides are not congruent. So adjacent means connected. Okay. I'm going to shift this so I can delete all this at once. Okay, so two pairs of congruent adjacent sides. So let's draw, we'll use this. And then adjacent, so we can do the same thing. Okay, so those are congruent, they're equal. And whose opposite sides are not congruent. So I'm going to take this and actually shift it down. Whoops. I'm going to shift this just so I have room to move. So opposite sides are not congruent. So we could do a line over here that's longer. And it didn't say a quadrilateral of two pairs of congruent adjacent sides and whose sides are not whose opposite sides are not congruent. So I could actually connect those. Okay, so there it matches that. So not congruent meaning they're not the same length. Okay, so that's just working with just some different concepts on quadrilaterals and creating different quadrilaterals.